Most individuals who are suffering from mental illness will seek energy to drain you. Meanwhile, others will truly be seeking help and healing that only you can provide. It will be very important to be able to discern who is worth your time, energy, and healing at this time. If someone is seeking sexual healing, that, to me, is an energy vampire. That is the first and easiest red flag. Real healing is about self-improvement, and that requires time. Sexual healing doesn't require any time at all, but gives a lot of energy. This is called energy harvesting and drainage. Real healing requires time, discipline, practicality, and a willingness to see the devil in the details. This energy can attract individuals that you have some kind of history with in most cases. However, it is not limited to. This can be applied to new energies attracted to your healing vibration. In the case of past individuals with whom you have a history with, the quote, "A true apology is changed behavior." That needs to be applied and lived by. For new energies, this should just be the standard, your standard that cannot be bent or broken under any circumstances. The ascendant in Virgo in the first house is about genuine new beginnings in your self-image, expression, and consciousness. Those who are healers, you may be much more sympathetic in your approach these days, versatile, understanding, and appearing trustworthy, and mentally inventive at this time. You are appearing trustworthy because you are, and others will feel drawn to you because of that. You appear to be a safe haven for some and a leader because you are. You have been refined and reformed, and you will exude such energy for those who are truly seeking self-improvement and enlightenment, but also for energetic vampires. Okay, a leader should know the difference. A leader who knows what is worth the cause and the fight, or who is worth the cause and the fight. A leader knows which battles to be fought, and a leader fights to win. You have already taken your losses, especially with energetic vampires. You have others looking up to you at this time. With great power comes great responsibility, and that is your calling at this time. You are a role model. You live by example, not control. Practice what you preach is a leader. Living by the sword and being willing to die by the sword. Be the first in command, the first on the front lines, and lead your soldiers into battle. Watch their backs and trust that they will do the same for you. You are a lioness raising lions. You are a warrior training up warriors. You are a god. You are a goddess developing upcoming gods and goddesses. You are chosen. You are a developer, a guide, a leader, a teacher, a soldier, a healer, and a humble servant. You are the stepping stool for others. You carry the light in the darkness. You are leading others to the promised land, spiritually and respectively. And lastly, on October 16th of 2023, the midheaven will be in Gemini at 1 degree in the 10th house. The midheaven in astrology represents our destiny, purpose, and in an esoteric sense, our spiritual destiny to be fulfilled in this lifetime. With the midheaven in Gemini, this clearly indicates that you are the voice. In the 10th house, this is your reputation moving forward. Gemini energy at 1 degree indicates new energy. This newness is in alignment with the ascendant in Virgo in the first house that I just discussed. Gemini at 1 degree is within the first decan that is ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini, and so this energy is at home. It is in its rightful position, and it is at its most powerful vibration. The energy within this decan indicates that you are a great communicator, intellectual, idealistic, with distinctive thoughts and ideas. You will find yourself more extroverted socially at this time, and flexible with your knowledge. You know a lot about a lot, and this is your power. You are able to intake a variety and an abundance of information at this time with more room and brain cells to retain this information. Side note, some of you may be suffering from headaches these days due to this, but in a spiritual sense, this just means mental upgrades and accessing parts of the brain that have been dormant prior. It's like your brain muscles are expanding and it's sore, kind of like working out. You are tearing muscle in order for growth. Do not be alarmed, but keep in mind, I am not a professional doctor, So seek medical help if your headaches become severe or unbearable. You may notice that you are a fast talker and or thoughts are coming to you with lightning speed. I personally have noticed this in my tarot readings. I'm talking faster and my thoughts are coming in very clear, which is causing me to stutter more often. My mouth cannot keep up with my thoughts, okay? But you may be feeling restless as well. And this is due to needing to express yourself. Your sleep time may be cut short during this time, causing you to feel tired and drained. But again, this is due to needing to express yourself. If you are able to fight that tiredness, you will find that you get a boost of energy out of nowhere. It's 2 a.m. as I was typing this report, and I took a nap, and I'm right back to writing and working, and I feel better actually. I have so much energy. It's like not being in the mood to work out, but when you force yourself anyway, you'll find that you have one of the best workouts ever, okay? But this is essentially the vibe. Keep in mind, the devil never sleeps, and so there will certainly be negative energies lurking around you or others who are restless because they are watching you with evil intent, attempting to silence, block, or distract you. It would be in your best interest to limit all outside voices and interferences as much as possible. Silence is your best friend these days unless you are learning from another. With the ascendant in Virgo, Virgo energy does rule pets as well, and so you may need to limit or place some boundaries for your pets at this time as well. I personally have noticed that whenever I try to sleep or write poetry, my baby girl Winnie, who is a Leo Virgo cusp, she tends to do excessive things to get my attention that result in just irritating me. Whenever I feel myself falling into a deep sleep, which I need, she starts barking at nothing or licking herself in an obnoxious manner. And it's like, to me, scratching your nails on chalkboard, okay? I just hate it. Our neighbors or your neighbors, may start to, stomp or make loud noises outside conveniently when you're trying to sleep or think. Just be mindful. Gemini energy is easily distracted, and in the first decan, it can be scatterbrained, which can also contribute to energy drainage. Do not allow boredom either, as that is another form of drainage. Remember, an idle mind is the devil's territory. So do not sit around or waste time on people and their nonsense, which I find is what most people have to offer. Just like you will have much to express that I hope is productive, healing, and motivating, others will have much to say that is unproductive, basic, mediocre, and pointless. Do not get caught up in that. If you find that you are drained after hearing from these individuals, you know that they have to go. The midheaven in Gemini in the 10th house is demanding mental challenges and thought-provoking stimuli. Feed it what it needs. Lastly, the 10th house is about achievements and success, and so if you are in a position to teach in some capacity, you are promised success. If you are in a position to learn, study, read, or write, make sure you have a good teacher, because then you are promised to get the information and mental stimuli that your brain needs. It's like food. Remember, the IC is in Sagittarius in the 4th house. It's about mental soul food, not mental junk food. In the tarot community, I like to call most readers McDonald's readers, because they offer junk information that can be done without. Now, if you have made it this far, the full report will be available on my Patreon under the Empress in Astrology tier. Or you can join my astrology membership on YouTube. Just go ahead and click the join button next to the subscribe button to be in the know of all planetary positions and how this will affect you and or others in the future. Thank you.